to my channel. And for those who are new to my channel, I am a coach. I do meditation, tarot readings, and I also help you to regulate your nervous system and be in alignment with your person. And tonight, I am a little late, I know, but I am going to do some readings. I'm going to do some personal readings before I do all signs. So we have the new moon in Libra. What does this mean? Well, for all of you, the universe is inviting you to recalibrate. You know, Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet of love, balance, divine reflection. So under this moon, everything becomes a mirror. And so tonight is the new moon in Venus. Hello. This is not no surface level new moon either. So it's a reset on how we relate, how we receive, and how we show up. And so this is a great night to go and check to see what you can manifest. Over the next 2 weeks, old connections may resurface for clarity or closure. And Mercury's shadow is now beginning. So every word spoken now can carry some karmic weight. Choose truth, choose peace, and choose reciproc. Okay. Hi, Brazil. Hi. So let's begin. I am going to do all signs, but before we do all signs, I'm going to go and do a little few readings for some of you, if you wish. For those, I usually do this earlier in the day, but I've been working really long hours, and I figure you guys didn't want to wait until this weekend. So I'm just waiting for everybody to join me. I know the time is a little late. All right. Anybody want to check to see, or am I going to do a collective to start? Anybody who does ask for a reading, the only thing that I ask is that you must be a subscriber. And if you are not subscribing to my channel, I will not read for you. Or even if I do, karmically, I won't. I'm calling it in that I'm not going to be karmically aligned. So that is the only thing that I do ask, is that you are subscribing to my channel. Dublin, 5 a.m. It is 9 p.m. where I'm at in Vancouver, Canada. Hey, how are you? All right. Who's the first one? If not, I'm going to do a collective reading. I am going to get ready to do all signs readings very shortly. You? All right. Jando. I'm not sure what your name is, but I'm just going to call you Shandu. All right? Shandu. All right. We're going to start with you, Shandu. All right. Shandu. So let's start with your energy, Shandu, shall we? I'm just going to call it in that the answers that you need to receive for this new moon in Libra is going to come for you. So your energy is a mirror. So I'm getting the Ace of Coins upside down for you as your mirror. You're not feeling like you are receiving the opportunities to give you that ventures that you're looking for. You're feeling a little stifled. You're feeling a little bit like, you know, if you want to just go and make all sorts of insults, you don't even have to watch the channel. But if you just came here to insult everybody, well, everybody would just love you for that too. So opportunities, new ventures, you're looking for one. You haven't been feeling like you've been receiving one after all of this time. You're looking for that opportunity. It just hasn't come. I'm not sure if it is for your workplace. I don't know if you're looking for an opportunity or a promotion. Maybe there's just a possibility you're looking for that person. I do represent in my channel helping you to find that particular person. So your energy right now is mirroring that you're receiving, nothing is really showing up. Everything seems to be a lack. Everything is basically being blocked. And so this is shifting right now because of this new moon. You're starting to start receiving more ideas in your mind. You're starting to get more clear about what you want. You're starting to understand how your mind even works. Once you get clear about what you really actually want, you know that this is a time for this new moon to help start bringing it in, because right now what you're looking for hasn't been showing up. Um, what's ending is these karmic energies of always seeming to feel blocked, always feeling like you have to surrender to something that you don't want. There's always been some karmic lessons that you have been needing to deal with. I'm going back to look for the person that I'm reading. Just looking for. There you are. I'm not sure if I'm saying your name correctly though. Shandu. All right. So so you're ending the karmic energies. You're ending the entrapments. You're ending the possibilities that you always felt like you were stuck in a situation where you had to go and deal with a lesson over and over and over again. But what you have been really looking into the shadows are, where have you been codependent? Where have you been attached? Where have you been in the situation where you felt that you were needing to look at what was going on? So you were dealing with a projection. Maybe you were always feeling like you had to become who everybody wanted you to be. And so what's changing because of Venus is the law of attraction. Justice is a lot to do with cause and effect. Is a lot to do with what is happening with clarity. If you go and feel like you're giving and you're nurturing and you're caring, are you going to receive that in return? So really you started realizing what you're projecting outside of you is really what is being mirrored back, going back into your own energy. So Venus is changing the heartbreak. It's changing the pain. In fact, it's going to start healing some of that pain. There may have been a block because you don't want to get hurt. You've been closing off your heart. You've been scared of getting hurt because at some point you've been open to love and it shut down because something didn't feel good. So what are you manifesting? Well, you're not manifesting the lovers being polarity and needing to have misalignments. Instead, what you're manifesting is collaboration, and you're going to start seeing, then you're manifesting is that what is good for you is also going to be good for the other people as well. Thank you for Morocco. I love that. Diego, I'm going to have to get back to you after I'm done this reading. I don't know why this person's saying, woman, answer this man's question, because right now I'm reading somebody else's reading. And no, I'm not listening to somebody while I'm right in the middle of a reading. So thank you for that. I wonder if any of my moderators are going to jump on and clear some of this. So, and by the way, you need to be subscribed. Okay, I'm just about to need to go and remove. All right. Can you just respond and let me know that you are still here? I know there's a lot of there. Is it John Doa? I think it's John Doa. I'm not sure. So what you are manifesting looks like a collaboration. It looks like you and the other person are going to be on the same page. And it looks like you two are going to get along because this other person is the King of Swords. So they're going to be very logical. They're not going to be very emotional. They are going to have head more so over the heart. Maybe basically very disciplined, but they're going to be honest. They're going to be fair. And I'll look into these cards a little bit. And so, what is a blessing that you're not aware of is they're not going to be stressing you out either. You're not going to have a lot of stress with this new what is coming, what you are manifesting right now, because what you are finding is that you've been always manifested one-sided relationships where it just seemed like it wasn't any time working out, and you just want something that the person can start taking control. The person can start initiating. It's not always going to be you. And so let's look into this a little bit further with regards to your person. All right. So your person, I'm seeing here the King and Queen of Swords. So definitely it's showing that you two are a couple made to be together. All right. So definitely I am seeing here that you two So this is definitely your emperor. This is definitely your divine counterpart. When I go and ask about your person, it is showing that this is your counterpart. This is definitely what you have been trying to manifest. And they are showing up because of the fact that relationships for you haven't been very reliable. They haven't been very steady, and things have been like always uh, impulsive. Maybe they've been immature. Maybe, they were kind of like coming all hot and get really cold real soon. So this is basically going to change because of this Libra moon. And let's look into this a little further for you. Yeah, there's a spiritual blessing here. The energy of the other will make you feel great, but you need to pay attention to your own energy. You need to understand how to manage your own nervous system, your own energy, in order for you to assure that you are going to be okay no matter what, no matter how they feel, because it's not your responsibility to make them happy, and it's not their responsibility to keep you happy, because a lot of your past contracts before had a lot to do with you learning what was your energy, and to let go of projections that was coming onto you that was not yours in the first place. All right, did you have any more questions? Where are you? I've seen some yups coming from you, but did you have any questions regarding what I just shared with you? All right. Yeah, so take advantage, new moon, get clear in your mind. Once you're clear in your mind with what you want to manifest, the rest is easy, because what has been mirroring is that you're not very clear in your mind and you haven't been really receiving what you want. So get your intentions clear. And as long as you go and get your intentions clear, it looks like everything is going to be very aligned and you're going to get really what you want. All right. All right. Let's see. Now you have to be subscribed in order to go and get a reading. That's all I ask. Some of you, it's nice and early morning. Giovanni, thank you. Thank you. Hi, Lexus. Hi, Kitty. All right. So, anybody else next for a reading? Because hey, Sergio. Hi, Indian Gamer. You're Aquarius. I'm going to go and do the signs, all signs next video. Right after this. Hey, Howdy. Hey, Goddess. Hey, Gemini. Yeah, we're going to do all signs in my next video. I wasn't planning on doing all signs yet in this video. This is just all for personal readings. I'm willing to do a couple of you for draw some cards. I can certainly make it that I'm going to go and do all signs. I'm going to also do pick a pile. Aquarius, how about if I just do one for you? So you're hoping for some news that hasn't come through yet, and it seems like you're trying not to have some expectations, and it's something that is really important to you. But it just seems like there has been some conflicting. There seems to be an argument happening between you and somebody right now, and because of that, it just seems that that there has been no contact. I'm seeing no contact, and you're waiting for a message to come through, and it hasn't come through yet. Goddess, I'll do you next. I will. So you're feeling like this person doesn't love you anymore. And it's kind of one-sided. Do you want to go further? I'm Goddess. I'm going to do you next. All right. So your energy is telling me, oh, yeah. So you're in a state where you're looking and paying attention to too much that has happened. And this is what is repeating over and over again. There is an argument or something that went and happened that you tend to be focusing too much on. Instead, what you have to do is let it go and just try to focus on the things that was really good, not something that has happened in the past. Somehow you've got something that you have to release. You got to let go. It's kind of stuck, and it's a wound. And that wound is what you are manifesting from, and it's coming up, and you don't want to you don't want to be experiencing it, but you're not understanding that you keep on thinking that you are asking for what you want, or there is something that is um, uh, something that is, messed up, because you feel very much disconnected from what is actually really happening. And so you keep on thinking it's them, and you're not sure, like you're like, I don't understand, I don't see what it is. It could be all sorts of things, but I don't understand what it is. And really what it is that you've been doing a lot of work on yourself. You've been trying to figure it out, but you can't seem to really figure it out. You thought everything was good with you. You thought you're great. You're thinking like, I don't understand what's happening at all. But really what it is there is something, and it is subtle. And that subtle thing has a lot to do with an old wound. Well, that's all right. You don't have to watch if you think this is all shit for you. But the thing is you're very close. You're very close to what it is. But technically, it is something that you keep on manifesting from a pain. It is something that is from the past. You keep on focusing on it, and because you keep on focusing on it, it's what you seem to be experiencing over and over again. You're not focusing from pleasantry. You're not focusing on happiness. You're not focusing on everything is good. You're just always trying to overcompensate for something that's really have been trouble for you. Uh, so that is that is basically what is coming through. Um, I am seeing that you're really trying to do the work. You're trying to be um, finding out what it is that's causing this problem. But unfortunately, it's not so obvious. It's not like you can write it down on paper and say, "Oh, I'm doing this." It's not simple as that. Everything is not very linear either. I mean, like if you have an experience where you keep on thinking you want to have lots of money, well, if you had lots of money, would your life be any different? Your life probably would have more bills because you thinking that you would want more money. What you may want is to have freedom of not having debt. And if you're so focused on the debt, it's going to be very hard to actually manifest the money because all you're focusing is on the debt. You're not focusing on the freedom that money will come and give you. So this is kind of the same thing. You're focusing on the reason why you are wanting something in the first place. If you're trying to focus on because you're lonely and you're trying to manifest this person because of your loneliness, the only thing that's going to happen is that this person may not be available. That person is constantly never going to be available because you're trying to manifest somebody because of your own loneliness. And because of the, so as more and more that you are trying to manifest this, yeah. So as you're going through all sorts of situations day to day, I'm just going to go and remove this person here. So as much as we would like to go and just have what we want, you just say, "Oh, I want to have it this way." But what you're doing is you're overcompensating for something that you're lacking. And that usually stems from a wound. And that's, as people don't live above your means. You might have 9 kids, but you did that. manifest some hope at this point if you didn't have a means. I have, I'm not sure where all the negativity is coming from. If you want to give some hope to others who may be here, but yeah. So let's go back to the person who is getting this reading. Let me see. So you're looking to manifest somebody who is balanced, who is the bridge, is somebody who will be responsible and hold their responsibility for the relationship as well with you. You want somebody who's going to just do as much work as you are. You don't want to be the one who has to manage the relationship, manage everything, have to be the one to text first, have to be the one to always make the arrangements. You want somebody who wants you just as much as you want them. And so the darkness shadow from this new moon is the fact you've got the Hangman. And so, you've been the martyr, you've been the people pleaser, you've been the one who has always been initiating. You're the one who's always had to go and send the first text. And so what's changing is you want them to be apologizing to you. You want them to be able to initiate. And so I'm not doing signs. These are just personal readings. This is just the second person that I'm doing a reading for. The next video would be all signs. This one is not all signs. This one's a personal reading. And so you have a hidden secret here. I'm showing here that you've got the Chariot upside down. And so that means that, you feel a little bit when you're in a relationship that you feel stuck. You feel that, things are never going forward. Things are not really going anywhere. And you're looking for something that's going to not make you feel like you have to keep leaving them. And so you're really looking for something that can be, avoiding the conflict and being able to work well. But unfortunately, you've been manifesting a little bit of conflict. I guess this is not a good time of day for readings. I'll finish this one. I was going to read for the other person, but I think I need my moderators. I'm going to come back when I have my moderators because some of you are just not belonging on my channel. Yeah. I'm going to do a video right after this one, Sandy. I'm going to have all the signs for those. It's just that there's just a lot of trolls in this one right now, and I don't have. It's really late at night, so a lot of my moderators are not here to make sure those trolls can be removed. There's a lot of negative trolls in here, so it's going to kind of ruin it for all the other people who want the readings. So I do have, for the second reading that I'm still doing, I do have some expansion. You have something really great to look forward to. You do have something that is coming towards you, and it is going to be something new, and it may even be an apology that you weren't expecting. All right. What's going to shift because of this new moon in Venus is I'm going to get some clarity here. All right. So anxious attachment happens when they like somebody, but that person tends to not be sure, and they tend to be wishy-washy, and they will kind of pull away, and then you will start questioning if you're good enough, and you'll start looking at them to validate you, or you start trying to people please because you want their attention. Anxious attachment is a reaction instead of being sovereign and knowing that you are worthy and you are great and everything is great in your own as a person. You look for them to validate you. You look for them, and you react every time when they're responding, and you take everything quite personal in that type of relationship. So it's one of the three insecure attachment types. And so what happens is it makes it really hard because you tend to want to feel validated in that type of in that type of relationship. And what happens is, because it's not being validated, it's causing a lot of this impulsive energy, and it comes across as immature, and it makes you feel like you're maybe not ready, or there's something wrong with you, and really it has nothing to do with the possibility that the relationship itself could be really great. It's just that it's hard for you to feel reassured that the person's going to stick around, and it may be because of an abandonment issue, or it may be something to do with that wound that I was talking about, because I do see something here about childhood coming through. And if childhood has a lot to do with why this is, maybe you've had, somehow not that reassurance. And so instead of walking away, instead of letting go, instead of leaving behind, instead practice, regulating your nervous system by and there is some free downloads on my website that you'll be able to go to shortly after this, and you'll be able to download and help you to process why maybe you're acting in a certain way, and you need them to validate, and when they're not responding to those text messages right away, and you're not getting that attention that you really need and crave, then what happens is it really may be because they had a headache that night, or maybe they were busy with something to do with work. It's just maybe something different than what you expected after all. And that itself can sometimes stifle the relationship because they feel that you don't trust them. And you are not giving them the reassurance that they need as well. So it's important for you to understand that when we give our energy to someone, that means that you are first filling yourself up, knowing that you are amazing in every which way, and that they should be so lucky to have you in their life. And when you're focusing so much on how you are the prize, it would be a little challenging for them to want to leave. You would be like, well, of course, you give yourself your validation, give yourself that time and attention. And if they are not showing up, that's all right. They'll show up because there's nobody else that's going to be able to take them away. And that's the thing, you have to start talking to yourself in a positive way. We are so used to telling ourselves all sorts of stories about what they are doing and what is going wrong. I know, right, Sandy? I wish my moderators were here. It's just so weird, right? I think everybody learned that if you can't get the attention, you have to go and create bad attention, because at least they're getting attention. But, you know, thank you for doing that, Sandy. Anyway, definitely I'll get you a read in here yet. So going back to, I think it was Goddess was the next read. Sandy, I'll do Goddess first, and then I'll do you, because I remember I did promise Goddess. Now, David, be nice, because I do ask hey, Vivian, I do ask all of the people who are receiving readings, plus, anybody who's planning on getting a reading, please subscribe. That's the only thing I ask. You don't have to pay a cent. In fact, there's all sorts of things that I will even offer as free downloads. Right? Yeah. I don't know why there's people who like to just jump online to try to disrespect people. I don't think that people think that's cool or kind or gives people good karma that way. All right. Goddess, you still here? And Sandy, I will promise to get back to you. Respect doesn't cost anything, but that's all right. Because you know what? I don't care. It's just making them. There she is. All right, Goddess. Let's do you. And then Sandy, you're next, okay? All right. Goddess. Your mirror, you got the star. All right. So the mirror that is coming through for you during this new moon is the star. What do you wish for? What do you desire? What do you want? Because, you have to have faith in this renewal of this energy. I'm getting for you that there is a lot of healing for you coming through this new moon. And what's shifting because of this new moon is you don't have to do all the work anymore. You are endlessly doing a lot of work, and that work is why, thank you, Priya, that is why you are no longer the martyr. You are no longer the one who's sacrificing yourself. You see, your other person never apologized, was never being accountable for anything that was going on. I'm 58 years old. I know what it's like to have a history of dating people who was not good for you. I mean, here you are, the bridge that is, I think I saw you in another channel. You look familiar. Hello, by the way. Thank you, Sandy. So here's your bridge. You've got the Three of Swords upside down. This is real healing for you, Goddess. You're getting really great cards, because the karma is you are to receive more than you have ever received. Your karma is dharma. You have been actually cleaning up house. And so because of it, you have started clearing the energy that was creating the toxic energy in the first place. I'm seeing here you're renewing your abundance mindset. You're first like today, Mr. Don Australia. Thank you. So if you are in your abundance mindset, what is changing? What is changing is you are starting to get into your manifesting state. Instead of being a healer, you're actually walking into the energy of being a true sage, being able to call in whatever you feel that you deserve. You see, you walked a journey of being like the hermit and needing to learn and needing to be wise and needing to know why this is all happening. And now what's happening is that you're starting to see how magical you really are. You have started healing the scarcity mindset and all of the ways that you were attracting all sorts of things, because duality works that way. The laws of the universe says in order to go and receive one thing, you are also calling in the other, but your focus will tell you which one will be attracted to you by how you're manifesting, because they're both going to show up. It's just how our brains work. Hi, Priya. You're from Australia. So, so you are to be an energy of sharing with the community. You are to spread joy. You are to spread happiness. And so what I am getting is that you're not done this. You have a lot yet to continue. I just want to see if Goddess said anything here. I'm missing a whole bunch of words here. All right. So you have a lot to continue yet. So this is not completion. This is only just beginning for you. You have something that is hidden that you have not yet discovered. And what has been discovered is you get the Lovers. And so your person is going to truly make you happy, because you have now been embodying your own happiness within. You have been on a journey as a healer to heal yourself so that you can see that you're actually a magician and you're going to embody whatever you want. And it's really not just a mindset, it is a karmic cleanup. And now that you're stepping into your dharma, you're ready to actually receive, because the only thing that's stopping you was you needed to serve yourself. And you didn't know how to do that. But now it looks like this shift is happening, and this happening now. What do you wish for? And stop wishing for things to heal yourself. Now wish for what do you desire? That was your reading. Randy, I love your energy and hair. Oh, thank you. Hi, Mark. Yeah, so do I, Priya. All right. So before, I'm not doing signs in this video. I'm doing signs in the next video right after this. I'm just doing some personal readings because I try to do personal readings every week. And I had a granddaughter last weekend, so I wasn't able to get online and do any readings. All right, I'm going back. Kevin, I have no idea why I skipped your question, but I haven't been able to read every question that's come through here. There's a lot of things being said. Sandy, you're next. All right, Sandy, you're next. Keep on making your hair messy. Yeah, my hair is messy. I just did 11-hour shift and I'm doing a few reads. Okay, Sandy. I'm doing personal reads for a couple of people here. You have to be a subscriber. And if I choose you, and I'm certainly not going to choose those people that were mean earlier. I've been doing readings and coaching for over 20 years. I have probably 14 or 15 different decks that I created. I have a lot of people who would say, yeah. Yeah. Hi from India. Oh, great. I love it that you're a new subscriber. All I ask is, as an energetic exchange, be a subscriber. If I can't read you tonight, I'm sorry, I can't always get to everyone. I will always go and try my best to read a few people while I'm online, and I will try to go and do some free readings every week. Thank you. I appreciate it. Sandy, let's get to you. All right. However, when you see that I'm going to be doing live readings, it's okay to put in the chat even before I start. You can go and say, hey, I would love to have a quick little read, and I will try my best to go and even pull a few cards. When I'm actually online, it's really hard to see everybody's messages as they're passing by. Sometimes I can see them, sometimes I can't. But I will truly try to, and so, be a subscriber, get the notifications, and every week I'll try my best to jump online every now and then. Hey, Matt, nice to see you. All right, Sandy, let's go back to you. All right, Sandy, your mirror. There's a new beginning in love. All right, looks like there's some new feelings stirring up. You're looking at, is there love for me? Because I am seeing something that is coming for you. What is shifting because of the solar eclipse? I got the Hangman. All right. So let's look into that a little bit, because it looks like you've been waiting. You have been waiting. You've been attractive. Okay, you're really attractive. You're really confident. You're self-assured. And because you've been really focusing your energy, you have been waiting. It's like this is happening. What is the other person like? This person. Oh, so this person is in denial. This person is a little upset. Yeah, I'm not getting you. It's this person. This person has been really not really happy, and they've been really upset, and they've been trying to maintain some control. And they're quite shy. They don't even stick around really easy. I'm sure you don't realize it yet, but yes, Priya, you should be. I've got Sandy. I should be able to fit you in shortly right after Sandy. I don't think I had anybody promised after Sandy. I'll do you, Priya. They make you feel like you belong. They make you feel valued. They make you feel wanted. They make you feel grateful. They make you feel, they're not very adventurous though. They're just quite, yeah, they're they're a bit of a people pleaser. So you have to remind me, Tori, because once I go in and seriously, once I start going into Priya's energy, I'll completely forget. So you'll have to, Taurus, remind me. All right. So they'll make you really happy, though. So this person is not going to be like bold and not ego like. They're not going to be the center of attention. They're a little bit more laid back. They're a little bit more quiet. Um, they're going to awaken certain feelings inside of you that you didn't realize that you haven't felt in a long, long time, actually. In fact, it's going to be different to be with somebody who doesn't hold secrets and is really honest and open and not playing games with you. You see, nobody else really wanted to take responsibility of a relationship. Nobody ever really wanted to do any of the work together either. And it just seemed like you were constantly needing to let go and not be able to have attachment with anybody, because it just seems like everybody made it seem like it was not right to have a relationship. Everybody was like no strings attached. And so this person actually is going to be comfortable with having a relationship. So let's see. I have here that this person is going to be a happy surprise. And they're not going to be the same as what you've been involved with before. They're not going to need to mirror some of the conflicts that you tend to. So there is, so let's just put it this way. I'm getting that you're used to um, like dominating type of people where they kind of dictate to you and you tend to obey what they wanted you to do. So you were kind of like, you had to look a certain way, you had to act a certain way, and you had to behave a certain way. And if you didn't do those things, then you felt like you had to do better. And so this is not there. In fact, it has nothing to do with you needing to serve them or them needing to serve you. You two just do your own thing. And so what's changing is that things are not going to just happen really fast. It's just kind of like going to be quite slow. So you're going to find things are going to go quite slow. It's not going to go like super fast. You're going to really maybe get to know each other in a friendship way. Oh my goodness. The trolls here is just crazy. Oh my goodness, the trolls. But you won't have to walk away. You won't have to let go. And this person may not be somebody that's going to really be confident. That's the only thing. There is some issues here where this person is going to need you to reassure them a little bit. You are manifesting. Um, You are manifesting emotional stability. Um, to tell you the truth, I'm getting that you might know this person. I'm getting that you might know this person. And this person seems like there's some familiarity to your energy. Here, just one second. Yeah, there seems like there is some familiarity to their energy. Just one sec. Yeah, definitely a connection and a partnership here. And you're so close to this partnership, like so close, so close. Um, I keep on feeling like you've known them before, or they're going to feel like you've known them before when you meet them. Let me see. I'm gonna check something. All right. So about 5 to 6 days. Around 5 to 6 days. I see this person around you in 5 to 6 days. And I've asked twice, do you actually you've never been in a relationship with this person before? Um, it doesn't seem like it's not like a rekindled relationship. Yeah, no, it's a new beginning. But they're going to be very familiar, maybe some past life. Definitely will love you. Yeah, definitely we love you. All right, I want to ask, what's changing because of Venus? Yeah, what's changing because of Venus is you're not going to be feeling abandoned. You're not going to feel alone. There's going to be a shift because of Venus. And we have you, which is Empress, which is actually Venus. So here you are going to be in a nurturing, mothering. You're not going to be victim mindset. Your blessing is going to be healing of separation. And you're going to get some truth to what was actually the weakness in your relationships. You felt like your relationships were never going anywhere. And So there is a possibility that you never felt anything was going anywhere, and this person is definitely going to want that relationship. Yeah, there seems to be something to do with past life keeps on coming up for you. So there is a possibility you two will recognize each other. There may be some past life with both of you. Yeah, you keep on coming up with kings. All right. But you're not going to have to work hard for this one. Priya, are you still here? Priya, are you still here? I feel I'm in a twin flame relationship with Pranashana. Will my reunion happen? Vijay, I have another one ahead of you first. I can check on your energy after. Priya, are you still here? Priya? All right. Priya is looking at where is her person. It just seems like your person is not showing up. Your person is, whether they're resisting you or blocking you, somehow there is some resistance there. And you are questioning, where is your person? It's like, there is some separation here. And so you're welcome, Sandy. It looks like some good things are going to happen for you. And so what's shifting because of this Venus in Libra, or new moon in Libra, you are feeling that you are destined to be in this situation. But what's happening is you haven't been having much faith, and your faith is important for you to be able to receive this person in your life. The other person is hardworking. He's devoted. He's a great person. He'll work hard. He'll provide. He'll give you everything that you need. But his heart is not in it right now, and his heart is not in it right now because of the fact it's the universe is kind of not aligning you right now. And so that has a lot to do with not because you're lazy or not doing your work or them not doing their work. It has a lot to do with the fact that, he's a stubborn person and he's got his head in logical, like, this is what I got to do, or you do. Somebody here is into their head too much and they're thinking, no, this is over. And as long as you are convinced this is over, you're going to manifest that. And so somehow there's a belief system that is in the way. Nobody is looking at what the heart is manifesting. Nobody's looking at how everything can align. They're just got it in their head. Nope, this is not going to work out. And so someone, either you or this person, because it seems like it's not somebody coming, there's already somebody here. And this somebody is like, nope, it's not going to work out. And so they're just convinced. They're just convincing themselves that it's not going to work out. And so because of it, it's creating this inability of seeing success happening. Like, you don't want to walk away from this. They don't want to, like, really move on. It's just that there is this belief system, a limited belief system that's in your way here. So this is where you have to do a renewal. And your renewal is get the excitement back in. Get, what can you do is focus on the things that are great. Get the excitement back into the energy. Explore new ways of looking at the potentials instead of what is going to not work out for you instead. You keep on holding on to what didn't happen. Instead, you need to look at all the potential that you haven't been able to explore yet. You know, um, Instead of looking at it as an ending, look at it as a transformation. And when you're looking at it as a transformation, you'll be able to see things in a completely new perspective. And this is what's going to help things grow again. You see, this has the potential to actually come back to where it needs to be, lighting up your relationship again. So how this is going to feel complete and new and refreshed is, so instead of allowing the limited beliefs, instead of allowing the negativity, you need to completely like reboot. It's like turning off the computer and letting the computer go back to refresh again. And so right now it's kind of like it's running on a loop that has already existed, and you need to reboot that computer. It's not like there's a new relationship. It is just this old energy still playing in the background. And so as long as you keep on thinking that this person is the only person for you, this is the only thing you want, it's hard for you to actually manifest something new for you. Yeah, I know. My first computer I had in 1991, and that was my first one. It was an IBM computer. And so I know I don't know anything at all about computers, but I've had quite a few over my time because I am grandma. Um, I am. So, but back to you, Priya. Um, No, I'm not saying you should move on from this relationship. You have to change your mindset. So instead of looking at, oh, this is over, it is done, it's never going to work, you need to look at fresh ways of seeing this as a potential of something fantastic and great again. I mean, maybe the person, yeah, he's in no contact because he is so I do get that. I do get that. But you have to dissolve the conflict that is creating the no contact in the first place. So let's say the violet flame. All right. So the violet flame and how it works. The violet flame allows to burn off all of the conflict and all the pain and all of the suffering and all of the lessons and karma and everything, and be able to take a step back into being fresh again, being, refreshed again. And so basically, what you need to do is, but this is the thing, don't be paying attention to them, pay attention to you. How do you feel? Right? When you think of this person, instead of looking at loss and them having no contact, instead look at how they have fulfilled your love, how they inspire you every day. Look at how the sunshine is brighter again. Just, take what they are and light it up to you. Dance again, play again. Allow yourself to feel like everything is a miracle again. You see, what you're doing is you're allowing them to be able to fuel you instead of you keep on doing all these things and trying to fuel them. You see, you are the prize. And as long as you see yourself as the prize, you'll be able to put that energy back into you again, if that makes sense. Yes, I'm sure he is stubborn, and so are you. I'm sorry, but you're stubborn too, because of the fact that you have never let go of the pain. And that pain is what's keeping your heart closed. All right. So what happens is, yeah, exactly. So we don't attract, manifest through your head, we manifest through the heart. And if you get your heart closed, you can't pull them in. You see, you need to get back to your energy of your authentic state. And when you're doing that, you're going to pull him in, because that is what magnetizing means, right? Yeah. So let's see. Let's go into this a little bit further for you. All right. Let's see. Yeah. So I'm getting here that you are closed off in your heart space. You have a limited belief system. And because of it, it is limiting your potential of what you have been able to call in. The good news is that means that we can change that. Because if you change that, you can change a lot of things. All right. So your blessing is, I love this. Your blessing is, maybe you are stuck. Maybe you are stuck. But if you are stuck, that means things can move. Because if you've been just waiting for somebody else to be unstuck, maybe things would never move. But if you're stuck, maybe that's the reason why nothing has been happening, because of you, not them. Instead of paying attention to what they're doing, pay attention to you. How do you feel? Do you feel yourself? Do you feel happy again? Do you feel like you are, like, everything is a miracle? Everything is aligned. Everything is amazing again. Do you feel amazing? Do you feel like the universe and you are in this dance and that everything is just aligned again? VJ, I will have to go to you after I'm done my reading. I'm right now in the middle of a reading with somebody else. So let's see. I'm going to go and pull a few cards here. Just 1 second. All right. So I'm getting, yeah, okay. Yeah. So I'm seeing here that you've been giving a lot of energy to a separation. You're giving a lot of energy to a separation, and you're hoping that your community will help you in the separation. I'm getting here that you don't see any expansion. You don't see any potential of growth, and you don't see him coming back or giving you any form of attention. Now, is that a limited belief system? Absolutely. I see there that you have a lot of limited beliefs that is going on. This is what is coming out for you. I was in pain because of him for weeks. So not you love you. So Priya, we tend to be in pain not because of someone else. We are in pain because we've been holding on to pain from ourselves. We are holding on to pain because of the fact it is something that has been in our own energy field for a very long time. So we will manifest pain in our life to release something. So let's put it this way, all right? If somebody threw me a hot potato and I caught it, what would that hot potato do? That hot potato will burn me. It will hurt me. It will feel not good. So when we receive a hot potato, our nervous system and our bodies, the nerve systems in our hands, is designed to let go. All right. So if something comes towards you and it doesn't feel good, you have to learn to let it go. And that hot potato will cool down and then you can pick it up and then it's fine. So I'm unable to forgive him because of forced about a 16 weeks by him. I'm not sure what that means. But what I'm trying to say is you are only in control of you, and that person is only in control of that person. And everybody is only responsible for themselves. You can't control another person because if you are in control of another person, well, that's called enslavement. And so, what we want is to be choosing to be happy with somebody because nobody wants to be owned by somebody. And I mean, even when two people decide to marry each other, they're not being owned, they're just choosing somebody to, well, again, abandonment. I'm not sure how to bring this to your attention, but if somebody left a relationship and you are waiting for them to return, I would say if he abandoned you, if that's what it felt like, do you have abandonment issues? Is this something that has repeated in your life from the past? Because of the fact is, when we are experiencing certain things, we wouldn't have tolerated them right from the start unless there was some familiarity in the first place. We tend to get caught up into a situation where we don't see the red flags, and not seeing those red flags is because of familiarity. And that happens quite often. So, you keep on saying that he has to change and that you have to see a change in him. And I'm asking you, if you want him back, then first of all, you have to accept the fact that he may never change. And if it's him that you want change, then maybe you want somebody else, not him. Maybe you did. Like, that's the thing. Like, it just seems like nobody is, you just have to understand that we're always manifesting. And if we're having a relationship where there's a lot of pain, um, the pain comes from you abandoning yourself. Like, there is a possibility of abandoning yourself. My phone is down to like 10%, so I won't be able to talk too much longer. Hi, Royal. cowboys. All right. So I do get a little bit of you needing to open up a little bit more to, how can I say this? Like there may be a blockage in the energies of what how can I say this? Your own ideas of what is happening. And so there is a potential. So is there a possibility when you're perceiving this relationship that your perception of the relationship can change based on more knowledge that you don't yet have yet about what's going on in your relationship? Yeah. So this is what I'm going to suggest. I want you to look at this situation, all right? So first, take a few breaths and look at the possibility that you could be having some wounds. Just saying. I have some videos in my channel that you could listen to. I released one today. It's a really good one to reset your energy, right? And then what I want you to do is just clear away the negativity, the upsetness, you need to forgive, right? You need to allow the energy to be no conflict, right? So what you're going to do is just take a few breaths and just feel like the energy is like water just washing away, just everything just washing away and reset again. And then I want you to visualize this person walking towards you, feeling nice and reset themselves, feeling good, really happy to see you. Just get yourself back into that energy where they are in a good reset energy and you are in a really great reset energy again. And then what's going to happen is you're just going to allow yourself and that person just connect in a nice energy with no conflict. Don't look at the conflict at all. Don't expect the conflict there. Just allow yourself to feel good in each other's energy again. This would take a little time. And what's happening is that you're just going to allow yourself to energetically be open to them without that conflict, and them being able to be energetically open to you without having that conflict. Because right now, it just seems like there is some pain or abandonment issue or something that's going on that is being mirrored, and it's kind of painful. And it may be painful for them, or it might be painful for you, and it might have something, it might trigger something that's happened in the past. Hi, Karen. So that's what I will suggest is first start off with just some visualization where you can feel safe in their energy again. I do like working with like a violet cleansing where it's cleaning off my energy. And then I like to visualize my heart sending out this beautiful stream of golden light towards my partner's heart, and opening up and allowing that connection going from their heart to your heart and your heart to their heart, and just basically flowing and connecting and flowing and connecting and just cleansing. Just allow the hearts to activate each other. All right. So just doing a few of these little exercises will help to start repairing some of that energy and allowing yourself to be able to focus on that positive heart energy again. I mean, you may have to look at just starting from now, moving forward, forgiveness. You might have to write a letter and get out all your emotions and all this pain that you've suffered from the past. But there is a possibility. There is a possibility that, hi, Karen. Um, um, Let me see. I do see you together, and it's really close. You do have to do a little work, and you have to have faith. It is really important that you have faith. In fact, you have to have the confidence that you know absolutely without a doubt that this is going to be okay. All right. My phone is like 5%. My phone is about to so I would go with that. I gotta go. My phone is gonna probably go off in a little bit. All right. So I do see you're not as confident as you think. I do see that you are trying to heal this pain between you, but it's important for you to not feel like this is a journey for you to be alone. You have to believe that you are destined together. You have to believe that you are deserving and worthy and valuable, because there is something here about your own self-worth and your self-abandonment that's happening here. All right. I'm going to go and jump on in about 5 minutes to do all signs. In the next video, in about 5 minutes, I'm going to go live and do all signs for each of the signs. And I'm going to catch you there. All right. So come join me in about, I'll be less than 5 minutes and starting a new one because my phone is about to go dead and I'm going to charge it up a little bit. All right, so I'm going to have to go from there.